A parent-child relationship is never fully equal, even when the child is an adult, because the parent held the power for the first 18 years of the relationship. The child had to become a self in whatever structure the parent created. You can become two adults, but you can't undo the fact that one of them shaped the other and had a significant impact on what type of self they became. One person chose to bring the other into existence, had power over their survival, and shaped their early nervous system, beliefs, and sense of self. The relationship is not equal, not at age 10, 20, 30, or 60. You can both be adults, but you can't change the fact that one of you was completely dependent on the other during the formative years of their life. In a healthy family, the role does change. In childhood, the parent has authority and responsibility. And then as an adult, it shifts more towards mutual respect and autonomy. The parent is no longer in charge of the child's life, choices, or their identity. Ideally, it becomes like two adults with a shared history. But even in the healthiest of families, the relationship never becomes two equal adults. There is irreversible influence. A parent shapes a child. They share their own beliefs, their thoughts, they set rules, they shape who the child becomes and how they view the world. Even in the best of families, this influence is enormous. In unhealthy families, it's even more significant. The parent is not just another person in your life, they are part of the infrastructure in how yourself was built. There's also moral asymmetry. The parent always holds more responsibility for how the relationship became what it is. The parent sets the emotional tone of the relationship, the rules of the system. The parent decides that the child is going to be born. Even when both are adults, they're never morally symmetrical in the way that two friends or partners are, because the parent was always the one with the power first. The parent's moral views often shape how the child views the world as well. Back to that influence. There is an emotional and symbolic weight in the parent child relationship that doesn't exist with unrelated adults. There's biological attachment with a parent. The relationship with your parent is directly tied with your feelings of safety and survival on a very deep level. Even in healthy families, this makes the bond different. In unhealthy families, it often becomes emotionally charged with resentment and anger, and it can be much harder to truly ever level into something pure like. A parent occupies a unique, non interchangeable position in a child's or an adult's psychological world. And the parent bears the most responsibility for how safe or unsafe that bond is. The relationship can become mutual, respectful, and adult to adult, but it's never truly peer to peer like two random, unrelated adults. There is always a built in asymmetry of history, power, and responsibility. The best thing to do isn't pretend that these differences don't exist, rather, manage them with humility, respect, and clear boundaries. Have a good day.